wethu bonke abantwana bakho balungiselele ukuthetha kule nkonzo. Ze banike amazwi okusiphilisa, amazwi Thixo wethu okusidlulisa kule ntlungu esijongane nayo. Ifemeli yakhe ekhona ngaphakathi kwethu, banike Thixo wethu ukuxola nakule ntlungu, ukwenzela Thixo wethu uzibonakalise wena uphila ngaphakathi kwabo ngamaxesha onke. Umse kwikhaya lakhe lemvelo apho sekungekho ntlungu nokukhiqizeka kwamazinyo, kodwa apho sihlala sijongane nobomi obuzayo, ukwenzela Thixo wethu xa lufike elo xesha lokuvuka, ze naye Thixo wethu avuke nengilosi nabangcwele bonke bevuma iingoma zovuyo. Egameni leNkosi yethu Yesu Kristu. Amen.
We may be seated. Amen. Good afternoon, family, ladies and gentlemen, staff from our partner organizations, members of our board and friends of state that are here this afternoon. And really celebrate the life we lived, to celebrate the life of our colleague, a friend, a husband to his wife, a father to his children. This afternoon, we really appreciate you being here this afternoon. My name is Seiti Kladi. I am the Sketch Programs Director, and as my job title says, I'm the Program Director this afternoon as well. So I'm programming, directing all the time. And thank you for my choir. That's really been very, very helpful. As my job title says, I'm the Program Director this event that it's supposed to be as we remember and celebrate. Look at this picture. This is very, very helpful. This is picture from my job title says, I'm exactly the event that it's supposed to be. Mzolisi was to us as his colleagues, but his colleagues, I think, and to his family in general as well. Now, the nice thing about a program director is that even though you give people a program, you can change it. So we've changed the program slightly so that it can suit what we want to achieve for the day. So when I don't follow the program that we have, just remember that I'm the programs director, directing the program this afternoon. All right. So I'm gonna ask that we request Ms. Nobukanya Kunu, sorry, manager, just to come through and give us a word of welcome. I thought you were gonna come with your song.
No. I can't sing. Unfortunately, I can't sing to save my life. So mine will be very short. As Seth has said, I'm Nobukanya Mkunu. I worked with Mzo for the 5 years that I've been at SCAT. My job this evening is really easy. So, good evening to everybody. Good evening to the Nombewu family. Oshamin, he used to call us Nizduozet. So, good evening to Oshamin. Good evening to the SCAT staff that's here, to our partners that I see in the room. Nani genonge enisjoinile egadinila for your workshop. And thank you for joining us today as we gather here to honor our beloved colleague, brother, father, friend, Mzolisi Nombewu. May we take this time to reflect and remember this honorable man and the life that he lived. With those words, I would like to welcome each and every one of you to this ceremony of the remembrance of Mzolisi Nombewu. Thank you.
Ingoma.
Aliko Ikama
That we remain standing as I read Mzolisi's obituary, please. The isiXhosa version was read in the Eastern Cape, but so that we can all follow, we've translated it from the isiXhosa into the English version. Mzolisi Nombewu was born on Thursday, the 9th of May, 1981 in Katkop, a village close to Mount Fletcher in the Eastern Cape, to his mom, Mamvulani Nobesutu Nombewu, and his late father, Eitlamini Tamsanga Nombewu. He did his primary education at Jenny Junior Secondary School, and he went on to do his secondary education at Kayamandi High School in Stellenbosch, from where he matriculated. Afterward, he did his national diploma at the Peninsula University of Technology. He worked at HS Accounting as an accountant from 2005 to 2008. He also worked for Cathy Masters Development Services as a bookkeeper from 2008 to 2015. And from there, he went to work for the Center for Justice and Crime Prevention until 2018. He started work as a bookkeeper at SCAT, Social Change Assistance Trust, in June 2018 until his passing away on his way to work in a traffic collision on Thursday morning, the 28th March 2024. Mzolisi was a devoted husband, father, son, and brother. He lives behind his mom, his wife Sange Nombewu, and his 2 children, Akuma and Ayola. He was also a father to his brother's sons. He also leaves behind his 5 younger brothers, Mziyanda, Nyameko, Anele, Olwetu, and Sipe. His aunts, his grandfather, uncles, and an aunt who was like a sister to him. Mzolisi was so much more than a bookkeeper to his colleagues at SCAT. He was a key member of the finance team. He was a friend to all and to those close to him. He was a humble brother. Mzolisi should be remembered for keeping us to task in our group discussions and for being committed to his work. We enjoyed his company, eating lunch together, seeing his bright smile and his sense of humor. He was one of a kind, and we miss him every day. And may his soul rest in peace. Thank you. You may be seated. I'm now going to call on the chairperson of the Social Change Assistance Trust, SCAT Board of Trustees, Mr. Lorenzo Wakefield, to come and give us a short address on behalf of the SCAT Board. Can we welcome him to the stage with a song, please? I'm sure you will have it.
We praise your name, Almighty God. We bow before you. We praise your name. We praise your name, Almighty God. We bow before you. We glorify your name.
Thank you, sir. Greetings to the Nombewu family, friends, comrades of Mzolisi, colleagues, and also the field that he helped support, that is a testament standing here today before you. On behalf of the trustees of the Social Change Assistance Trust, I would like to express our gratitude for the gift that was Mzolisi. I met him for the first time in 2018 when he just joined SCAT, and I still am the finance committee chairperson. And he was this humble, almost shy new staff member, a little nervous actually with what to expect, because as board members we can also be sometimes erratic. But when I was thinking about it, I was trying to think about 2 words to just identify, or just what I got from Mzolisi as a person. Now, people mentioned humble. The words I thought of was, he was a mensch. A mensch because he had integrity and he had honor in what he did. But he also was a comrade. And I don't mean that in the communist sense. I mean it in the sense that he understood the work that was being done out there, and he understood his role specifically in that work. He understood exactly by going out and helping community organizations with financial bookkeeping, which wasn't part of his role. He could have said, no, my role is I'm a bookkeeper for the organization. But he stood up and he said, I will do this. And he went into the field, and he did more than just what a bookkeeper for an organization would do. And we value that a lot. He could also hold his own. There was a stage when Isham, our finance manager, we'll hear about later, was on Hajj, and therefore not just out of the country, but also out of contact. And we had a FinCom meeting, or financial committee meeting, and he held his own. He was present, he was prepared, he pushed back where he needed to push back, and afterwards he did reach out to me to ask, did I do okay? And that was Mzo. That was Mzo through and through, and no, our boundaries could be let down quite easily, and he was just there. So, yeah, to his wife Sangya and his children Akuma and Ayola and family, our thoughts are with you, and we will continue to be with you as you navigate this life where Mzolisi is no longer with us. I think everybody here present is a testament to Mzolisi's commitment to the field, commitment to the work that he's done. And we will continue to celebrate Mzolisi. His legacy still remains unscathed. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, for those encouraging words and comforting words, and I hope that the family have received your heart as you were sharing and speaking on behalf of our board. Now, the fond memory, Lorenzo just reminded me, the fond memory that Hisham and I share, and Joanne will remember that, of Mzolisi, and we spoke about it even in the Eastern Cape, was that normally when we employ new staff, the managers will do the first round of interviews, we'll interview them and then make a short list of the candidates that we feel like, believe, based on our assessment, can be taken to the next level. And that's where our executive director, Joanne, comes in, and depending on the level of the position, the board might actually get involved later on. So we meet this young man, we meet this young man, very shy, very quiet, and we look at his CV and we like what we see in the CV, so we interview him, and so we ask him questions. It was either yes, no. I'm not too sure, I can't remember, those kind of responses, so. But we liked him, we liked him. We thought this is the person we're looking for this position. He's got the experience, the skill. But will he? The skaties are rioshas, we are loud people. Skaties are loud people. So we're like, will he actually fit? But we like him. So we go back to our executive director Joanne and we say, look, here is a candidate. We strongly believe he fits the criteria. The CV, the experience, and he knows the job and everything, but he just doesn't want to talk. So Joanne says, that's fine, let me talk to him, And somehow, I can't remember what happened, but Joanne ended up just having an interview with him alone.
No, with Hisham.
With Hisham, yeah. So Joanne comes back and he says, what was wrong with you guys? This guy was talking and laughing and that's how we remember Mzo. Always talking and laughing. He always referred me to Tata, even when he was angry with me for not having submitted all the payment, documents and everything. He would come and say, Tata, sign this or that. Or the other thing that's very interesting about him is that whenever he wanted our executive director to sign something, he will not go to her directly, call me and say, Tata, can you please tell Joanne can you please tell Joanne to approve? I'm like, but so why don't you just call and say, please, Tata, please, Tata. Those are the fond memories we will remember of this gentle giant, a humble man, and a good man, a good man at heart who loved his food very, very much. That's a story for another day. The food story. All right, let's continue with the program. I'm going to ask that as we sing a song, that I'm going to ask Sis Similo Filita, who was a colleague of Mzo, just to come and talk on behalf of Mzo's colleagues. And I know she likes singing, so she's going to come with her own song.
Kosito Kaisanga Tizukambe
program director itself, Lorenzo, Joanne, colleagues, our partners that are here, friends of SCET, and Zo's family, and say, and along. We have all lost a great man. I've lost a great colleague. I met Mzo in 2018 when I started at SCET. We came around the same time. We started in June and I started in May. And because we're working very close together, so I think that's the other thing that made us to become very close. I've learned a lot of things from Mzo. And Mzo was always available to assist, to answer questions, to teach. He was always available to do that. There was never a time when I would ask him for something and he would say, no, he's not busy. If he's busy, he would say, no, I'm busy, just give me 2 minutes. Then I would attend it to you. And he didn't only do that to me, but he did that to everyone at SCET. Because he was holding such a very important position at SCET. So everyone wanted to meet up with him. At times he would say, no, see today I don't want to be disturbed, I want to do A, B, C, D, E. But then he will be coming maybe from the kitchen and say, no, I just met with Claire. And Claire just wants to meet. And no, yes, no, Claire. Oh. But then Claire would come in the door. Then Claire would say, with the sauce, Then Mzo would say, hi, Sis Claire, how can I assist you? With a smile. That's the kind of man that Mzo was. And Mzo, he wanted to see a smile in each and every one of us. He called us by our clan name. He would make sure that he asks you, what is your clan name? Because he wanted to see a smile on your face. And he would make sure that he always called you by your clan name. He used to call me Sismak again. And I would always miss him when it comes to lunchtime. Because he wouldn't go to lunch without me. He would always say, Sisnosi, it's 1 o'clock, let's go and have lunch. And if I'm a bit busy, then say, okay, I'll wait for you, Sisnosi. Then at times we'd go and have lunch, and Tabseth and Isham and Hilda would join us at times. And there'll be laughs, there'll be sharing of stories, there'll be a lot talking about personal issues, sharing of a lot of things. So I would always miss having Mzo in our office. We share an office, myself and Abigail. And around this time, Abigail would be asking him, Mzo, can I go and buy groceries? So when will it be in? Is everything okay? And please don't disturb Mzo. On the 23rd, 24th, no, please don't disturb So, and he was very fond of Abigail. He would always defend Abigail. I would say, Abigail promised that she's going to email me the slips, but she has not done that. No, man, no, it's because of this and that. He was always like that with everybody. And Mzo, we shared a lot of things. We were more than colleagues, we were best of friends. I know a lot of things about him, and he knew a lot of things about himself. One thing, the best thing that I know of him is that he loved his kids so much. He adored his kids so much. Mzo would rather be late at the office, because all that he wanted to do is to make sure that his kids are parted. His kids had breakfast. His kids are clean to go to school. And he'll be sitting at the office and he'll be worrying about Ayola's homework. That's the kind of a father that Mzo was. He gave his kids his all. And I would sometimes wonder as to, if Mzo is doing all these things, what is Sange doing? But now I think it's as if Mzo knew that I will not be on this earth for long. So it is time for me to do all that I can for my kids. And to what I am doing at the moment, it's nothing compared to what Sange will have to do. Because if you're looking at the kids' age, the other one is 7 and the other one is 14. So there's a lot that Sange will have to do now. But Mzo made sure that he gave his kids his all. He was a good brother to his brothers. He took care of his brothers. He loved his brothers. I know them by their names. And I know everyone in his family, even without meeting them, but I knew everyone. He would say, at times, if he was angry with Mzianda, he would say, "Lay Mzianda, lay Mzianda." But then if he's okay, he would say, "Nyamza." That's how he, and he always talks about them. And he was really a great brother to you guys. And I know that you're going to miss him. But I want you to know that God is looking up on you and always call on God. So whenever you miss him, God is there. And he was a great, there's Ayona. And he was a great son to his mom. His mom cried a lot on Saturday morning at the funeral when she saw me. And when I tried to comfort her, and she said to me, "Why did God allow this to happen? Why did he allow this to happen knowing that I do not have a husband?" Meaning that Mzo was a provider to his mom. And Mzo was the kind of person, if Le Mumzianda or Anele is not doing okay, then Mzo's mom would tell Mzo, say that, "Mzo, Nyameko, you need to discipline, you need to do what you need to do." So he was that kind of a person. So Mzo's mom looked up to Mzo, for he was a pillar for him. And I know that he was a great man to his in-laws as well. And to you, Sunday, I know Mzo loved you so much. He called you love. With a smile, he would be calling you and say, "Love." Mzo is gone. But we have a God who will never leave you nor forsake you. I know this is a new journey, and you never thought that this time Mzo will not be next to you. And you always relied on Mzo with your kids. But now it's time for you to take the baton and move forward. I just want to say that you must always remember Mzo with the smile that he had, with the laughter that he had, with the love that he had, and that love that he shared with all of us. A dedicated man to all that he was doing. A loving person to everybody, giving support to everyone, even his in-laws, everyone, even when we were at the funeral, everyone spoke well of him. So the support that he was giving each and every person. And I just want to say that Mzo's past taught me that we don't know what tomorrow holds. Then it means that we need to forgive. And we need to make peace, for we don't know what tomorrow holds.
Unenani kuYehova,
forgot that there is a special program for the program director. So 30 program, yeah? Yeah, special program for the program director. But this one is amended, okay, so I need to follow the amended program. Thank you so very much, Sis Nosi, for just reminding us of who Mzo was. I mean, family, what really comforted Hisham and I and Sis Nosi on Saturday when we were in the Eastern Cape was just to hear people from the community talking so highly about him. I mean, even the chief, the local chief was saying that even though he saw Mzo at a distance, but he could see that here is one young man who's got potential to help them to develop that little village that we have. It was just so encouraging. People person after person, I mean, they were just talking so positively about Mzo. The funny part about it was that you remember there's this young man who kept on saying, "Namit Funuk Tet." He says, why? He says, "Why everybody's talking? I also want to talk." I also want to talk. And the captain saying, well, you know, and then he almost became disruptive. But then they were able to put him to order. So what we're gonna do now is to do a short video presentation. I wonder, Hilda, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna do a short video presentation of Mzo's live organized by the Skills Communications team. I'm just going to get out of protocol. Can we just clap hands as we celebrate the time of the man? So we can be better than that, guys. We can be better than that. Let's just clap hands for Mzolisi. Thank you. Thank you. I'm now going to call on Mzolisi's manager and colleague and friend, Hisham Nordin, just to come and give a short word as Mzolisi's manager. Can we bring him with a song as well?
Hi, good evening, everyone. I promised myself I'm going to go through this without without any tears. It's not easy talking about Mzo. And my colleagues have done a very good job about telling you exactly who Mzo is. He meant a lot to us. And the thing is, you work with people for a long time, and they were colleagues. And then when a time like this comes and you lose them, you find out how much they actually meant to you. You spend a lot of time with them. But yeah, Seth, you stole my story, Mzo's origin story. So I'm a little bit off balance now. And Nossi, after your speech, I understand exactly why you couldn't speak after me at the funeral. Sure, it's difficult. But yeah, Mzo always had a positive outlook on life. It doesn't matter what the situation, staff would come and we'd have to follow the finance policies, and we'd have to lay down the rules. And I tell Mzo, please, don't let them get away with this, stop them. But, maybe it was difficult for them, this or that. You can't complain to Mzo. I complain to him about my kids. I say, hey, Mzo, this guy doesn't listen to me. Yeah, but maybe he's this. Never mind, Mzo. For everything was this positive outlook. And yeah, he loved his family a lot. We work online, and we have meetings while Mzo's at home. And then the little one comes in making a police siren sound, and I know, okay, let's just pause it a bit quickly. Mzo's going to deal with that first. And then we continue our meeting. But yeah, I'm going to miss him so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Hisham. Yeah, I know it's difficult. It really is. I mean, Mzo has really gotten into our lives. He was an integral part of our lives, our work life. Yeah, he was a go-to guy. Whenever we don't get our way with Hisham, we always ran to Mzo. And Mzo always made it happen for us, all within the rules and regulations of SCAT. Let me qualify that since the chairperson is here. Yeah, but he really made things happen. He really was very, very, very helpful. And Lorenzo said something that I fully agree with. Mzo was a man of integrity. Yeah, he could be trusted. He was an honorable man, never took shortcuts or anything. Always wanted to make sure that things are done right the first time, even though he'll follow you and follow you and follow you and follow you. But he really impacted our lives in a very, very big way. Every time I walk into the office, the first person I see is Mzo with his back, facing the window that's facing the main door. And the day after he passed on, I was going into the office, and just when I walked in, it just hit me because I couldn't see that back again. Yeah, we'll miss him. Yeah. Can I now ask that we request our Executive Director, Dr. Joanne Harding, just to come and say a few words on behalf of the SCAT management team. Now, Dr. Joanne Harding likes songs. Yeah. She might not get the beat right, but she likes songs. She likes songs. So as we celebrate Mzo with her, can we sing a chorus, not a hymn, a chorus, and you will see Dr. Joanne Harding is going to dance. Yeah. Don't worry about whether he's got the step or the beat or not, but he's going to dance. So can we get a song as Dr. Harding comes to the fore, please?
Seth hadn't noticed that I can't sing. Welcome to everyone. I know you've all been welcomed already, but from me, welcome to the family of Mzolisi, and to our colleagues, to our friends, to our board, to the people that are joining us online. We are streaming the memorial to others out there that are not able to be with us today. Mzolisi wasn't taken from us. He was ripped out of our lives. And, you know, the people can come and go in organizations. They can make their contribution and they can leave. And you know that they're out there somewhere. You can speak to them, you can pick up the phone, you can continue your friendship, your conversation. But that is over for us. And I'm not sure how we get over that. I'm not sure how his family gets over that. So my condolences, my deepest condolences to you who are bound to Mzol by blood, but we are bound to Mzol by a mission, a purpose, relationship, friendship. And it's just never, you know, I feel his spirit when I walk in the office, but I've been avoiding the office. It's hard to go in and not see Mzol there. I know I have to get over that. We have to be present for each other, but it's very hard to go in every day and not see him at his desk, as Seth said. Mzol called me Joe. Now, very, very few people in the workplace call me Joe, I think other than Nosy. Only the people in the Eastern Cape call me Joe, actually, with my work colleagues. So he always, which is where I come from, he always made me feel at home. Like we belonged together. We were, yeah, we came from the same place. We knew where we came from. I'm very grateful to, because after Sham and Seth interviewed Mzol, it's more to the story, that I said, I'll give Paul Tyler a call. He worked with Mzol. And I'll never forget that conversation with Paul where he said, you'll never regret having Mzol come and work with you. And ask him about football. The conversation will go on for days. Now, I know nothing about football, so that wasn't going to help us. But Paul and Mzol had a mutual love for football. And that was the push. And he said, a man of integrity, an honest person, who really, and I remember Paul saying that he really wants to always do his best, even to his own fault sometimes, of wanting to do his best. And those are characteristics that we really value in SCAT, the desire to do your best. And that's, I mean, I think we can all agree that Mzol always, and I know it's been said over and over again, but integrity and wanting to do his best was fundamental to who he was. Seth at the beginning said this picture is a perfect depiction of Mzol, but I feel like his bright white teeth and that big smile are missing from this photograph. That flash of smile is what I will miss every day when we come into the office. That absolute, he had such joy in his presence. And it's hard to find people with that characteristic. But every day was the same. It was obviously every day he was the same. Never a day where I felt like, why is he cross with me? Or maybe he was cross with me, but he did it very well. So, yeah, the flash of smile, I think, is the biggest. I'd love to put that smile up in the office so that we could all see it every day, but I know that that also brings trauma. But we will remember that smile. And I'm going to say something here. Mzol was a feminist. And me and him had a few conversations where I really heard from him how he honored his wife as a partner. He honored women in the workplace. He honored his role, the typical female roles that our society expects us to play. Mzolisi was not afraid of stepping into those roles and breaking the boundaries of what it means to be a man, of what we have projected in society is what it is to be a man. He wouldn't be afraid to make the tea or to feed the children or to clothe the children. And that is such a man you can truly say was a feminist is a very rare thing to find in my experience. So we have lost such an incredible person. There's no way of making sense of why these things happen. There's just no way of understanding. For me, I can't make sense of this. This doesn't ever, every day it doesn't make sense. Every day since his death, I've woken up with this feeling of absolute dread, and because this is how easily people can be taken from our lives. We transport people all over the country, and we have people here from everywhere, from Limpopo, from Free State, from Eastern Cape, from Northern Cape, from Western Cape, and a colleague of ours left his home, and 5 minutes later he was gone from us. My biggest fear is losing people in our work. And so, yeah, it's a sadness that sits with you. I know that grief is something you live with and you take with you every day. So, to Mzol's wife, his spirit lives on with you. I'm sure it does. I'm sure you feel him with you every day. To his children, he has made such a big contribution to your lives. He will be with you. He has laid his foundation. He's taught you the kind of person to be in the world. And that is a gift that few of us get. So, yeah, as we move on without him physically, we know that he's left messages in his work, in his way, in his being. He's left messages about how to be, who to be, what to be. And we won't forget. We won't forget him. Well, thank you everyone for being with us and for holding us as a team. We've had such beautiful words sent to us, messages, flowers, condolences from colleagues around South Africa and across the world, actually, just acknowledging that a person of such caliber, but when you lose a colleague, you lose something. You lose a big part of you. You lose a family member. Mzol was a family member. Thank you very much, and thanks for being with us as we mourn you.
Every day and every hour you are faithful. Oh, every day, every day, and every hour you are faithful. Oh,
you to our Executive Director, Dr. John Harding, for those kind words of encouragement, and I want to believe that they are well received by the family. Just how much Mzo meant to us as a team, and I really want to also echo her words and her sentiment. We'll miss him. In the 4 years or 5 years he's been with us. It's 6 years actually. It's been a wonderful journey. Yeah, we'll miss him. We'll miss him. He'll always be in our hearts. We are now going to hear words from the family, from two representatives of the Nombewu family, the Tlamenis. One is Boisi Nombewu, and the other one is O Notatambo Kapukisi. So with the very same song that we just sang, Utembegile Utiko, can we stand up as they come to the fore to speak on behalf of the family?
You are faithful, oh Lord. You are faithful, you are faithful, oh, every day, every day, and every hour. You are faithful, Lord. You are faithful, you are faithful, Lord. You are faithful, you are faithful, Lord. Every day, every hour, you are faithful, oh Lord.
Greetings to Dade Padi, the program director. Greetings to the state family, to my family, and to everybody that is here with us today. My name is Nonja Jambo, and I am the aunt to the young gentleman that has gathered, that has made us to be here this afternoon. I am honored to be standing in front of you all to represent the family today and to share a bit about the kind of person he was to us as a family. In the interest of time, I have made down a few pointers about him, and I actually think in terms of controlling my emotions, so I won't dwell too much. So one of the things that I think about when I think about Mzo, I align him with the word respect. Most people, we call him Damzo. The Da is used to address elderly in our culture, but you will find out that in this particular case, most people called him Damzo. That includes me, as even though I am older than him, there are grannies and old men in the Eastern Cape that called him Damzo. And that is mainly because for respect, you don't demand respect, but you earn it. Without many words, Mzo was just an epitome of respect. You know, he didn't say much for us to be scared of him or anything like that, but it was easy for everybody to just respect him. He was respectful as well. He respected the elderly people, he respected children, he respected people from all kinds of venues of life. He never judged people, he treated people the same. He has got a younger brother by the name Sipe. Sipe can get to be mischievous at times, and like all young boys. And we use him to ukurisa uSipe basically. So, like for instance, in December when Sipe was up to no good, and then what we would say to him would be like, you know, Damzo is gonna come, and then we're gonna tell him what we're doing. And then that moment, you know, Sipe controls his behavior, and
So I do know that Usisi Mama Mzo is definitely going to miss Mzolisi, because Mzolisi, amongst other things and amongst other roles, he was also a father to his younger siblings. Mzo was a parent. Otatu Bondri did mention especially that when Mzo's father passed away, Mzo had to come in and fill in those big shoes. It was really big shoes because his younger siblings were still young, and then there was his mother that he also needed to look after and take care of. He never complained, but allowed the process. He was that kind of a person that would just rather sacrifice himself for the sake of others. That experience actually made him to grow a lot faster than his mates. As a result, we would be able to accommodate him in family meetings whereby we are only others, and we realize later that, okay, we've got Mzo, you know. And he also became a very good support structure for his mother when his father passed. And then he embraced all of that processing gracefully without any complaints. And he did gain a lot of experience in life. Mzo was very wise. He wouldn't shout about anything, but you would get to feel his wisdom when we are sitting together discussing some matters of the family. And then that's where you would really gather that this gentleman here is really wise, and that is due to the situations that allowed him to grow a little bit faster. So he was a good father to Atuma and Ayola. As a result, the younger brothers like Anele would say that we are Tefi, because he was a really, really loving father. I remember this other time I visited his wife, Sange cooked a dish for all of us. And then Ayola came to Mzo's plate and took the meat. But Mzo would never be angry at such situations. In that case, he only said, he would never shout or complain about any of those things. Even on the cell phone, there were times whereby we couldn't get hold of him because his phone is with the children. He would at times even get a delay because his smartphone is used by the children. You try to get hold of him, the best thing you could do is send a message, and he will get back to you later and say, oh no, ifoni idlala abantwana. That was ifoni yakhe idlala abantwana all the time. And then him coming from such a large family, he loved his brother's children. He loved all our children. He loved all the children. He was really a parent to the elderly and to the children. Mzo was a leader. He was a quiet leader, but an impactful leader. It took me a minute to realize that we were now having family meetings with our child, who is Mzo. At first, in the younger days, he would just sit there and be quiet. He was a type of person that likes to gather information, learn the new environments before he could actually say something. It took him a couple of years before he was comfortable to say his views, to his elderly people. And then at times after the meeting, he would come on the side and just like ask me something about a particular topic that was discussed, or suggest even an idea of how we can do moving forward. And then even if it would be such an excellent idea, but he was not the kind of person that would brag about his great ideas. He would allow us to go and run with his wonderful ideas without going too much about it. That was the kind of person that he was. And then he even led one of societies that he was very fond of, to show that he was a great leader indeed. This particular society did collapse, and then Mzo is one of the people that resuscitated it. And then when we were in the funeral in Katgop, we saw that red flag that was there, and he is the one that actually made that organization to rise from the dust, because he was really a leader indeed. And then Mzo loved people. since he had such a big family, he's got 5 brothers, and then his mother has got lots of siblings, he's got lots of uncles, he's got aunts, he's got his lots of cousins from the paternal side as well. It means that he is always surrounded by different people that have got different characters, different personalities, and you name it all. He was never a kind of person that would judge the people depending on the character. He was always accommodating to all types of people, irrespective. You know, well, he was just that kind of a person that is loving to everyone. When I think about him, I think about love, because that is the kind of person that he was. And lastly, Mzo was a servant. He was not just a servant, he was a humble servant. You know, coming from these big families, you know, we all have different requirements at different times. Mzo was able to be there for all of us at the times of need. I don't know how he did it, but I do know that he left a space in all of us. The good thing from all of that is that we can all miss him for something. We are left with good memories. We do know the good things that he has done for all of us. He was actually playing that role of whether you need him for a funeral arrangement or umgidi or any other thing, Mzo would be there, graduations, birthdays, anything, Mzo would be there for all of us, for all the people, accommodating all the different types of people. And then he was humble in doing all of that. He really treated people equally. I remember in December we had this trip where we had to go to Engai to go fetch Ikusha. We didn't have a trailer, so we had to squeeze in this ship in the car that we were driving. It was 10 sheep. So yes, we were driving with 10 sheep, myself and him. He was wearing gumboots that day and was sitting at the back amongst the sheep. I was chatting with him, looking at him in the mirror, and he was sitting comfortably with his face like this amongst the sheep. I mean, the sheep messed up everything. When we got out of the car, we were stinky and everything, but Mzo is the one that complained less than him, even though I was the driver and more cleaner, but he really didn't complain. He was that type of person that would just offer himself to everyone that needed him. And I know it's in the afternoon. I'm just going to give you some mental maths. I'm hoping that you can be able to listen. There are 365 days in a leap year. And out of those, we've got 52 weekends, meaning that we've got 104 working days. So we also have about 12 public holidays, and then most people take about 21 days annual leave. This means that we are at home or we are not at work for at least 137 days. So if you take 365 and you minus the 137, it means that we are at work for 228 days out of the 365. That is 2/3 of your time, meaning that we spend more time at work than we spend with our families. So it is understandable to us that you as the Sket family, the colleagues and the people that know him, he did actually spend more time with you than he did with us. So we understand your loss. We are now a family. You are his family. We are feeling what you are feeling, and we are with you. So from the large gathering that I see here today, I can see that you actually cherish him, and we as the family, we are really grateful for that. And this actually particular experience has actually made me realize that maybe I am not as useful as I thought I was in my work. I have now started to wonder if my manager would travel all the way to the rural Gatco to have a speech. That was really touching to see you guys going all the way to there. That was very special to us. It has made us really realize that he was indeed what he was to us, he was to you guys as well. And thank you for everything that you have done to honor us and his wife. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Auntie, for such encouraging words. Just listening to you speak about your Mzukuru. We really appreciate it. And to my brother who was standing next to you, mental note, speak fast. Next time when you're speaking with Auntie, speak fast. But thank you so very much. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. And my trust and my hope is that whatever has been said this afternoon, this evening rather, is of comfort and strength to you, especially Sisange and Atuma and Ayola and the family as well. I know Mom is not here, but I want to believe that her spirit is here with us as well, and that will convey whatever was said here to her as well, and hopefully it will comfort her as well. What we have done is SCET supports 61 community-based organizations across the 5 provinces, and some of them are here this evening to join us as we commemorate and remember the impact and the work that Mzo has done with us and with them. And some of them have been with SCET even much longer than I. I joined SCET in 2011. Others have been supported by SCET even longer than that. So they know Mzo, they've worked with Mzo as well. And in fact, Mzo interacted with everybody, interacted with, we call them LDA staff, CBO staff, with everybody. So I'm sure there are very few people when we say Mzo that don't know who Mzo was or Mzo is to us and to them. So what we've done is to ask, I call them veterans, one of the veterans from our partner organizations, and you'll see when she comes here that she qualifies to be called that. That she just comes to say words of encouragement, of comfort on behalf of our partner organizations to the family. So I'm going to ask Omama Monica Jalimbi just to come and to say a few words. Can we bring her with a song as well? Organizations, Dordrecht Advice Office in Dordrecht. And so she's here speaking, like I said, as a veteran of the movement.
Since 1984.
Since 1984.
Thank you. uyabhubhanga ulele usedlazwa kwibhuko likhali ixilongo empumalanga babhuke bonke abantu baje mgwebeni wena uzawuvuka uthini kodwa ngizothi kuwe kukho indoda uziqonda into kuyesu wayeyindoda yiyo loo nto wazincamayo kwathi kwakuthiwa sothula bani emhlabeni ayoswela abuye asibuke wathi ndikho thuba mna kuba kaloku uyazazi into yokuba uyindoda enoxanduva yiyo loo nto wade wofika emnqamlezweni waqethelelwa phaa wafa wangcwatywa wavuka yiyo loo nto sithi yindoda ngoyesu kristu inkosi yethu amen.
Amaxesha nzima uzubambelela
Wayingeniswa inkonzo uMamjalisi bentita zothetha yena uzashumayela kodwa siyayibulelwa la intshumayelo. Thank you so very much, Mama. As you know that I'm disabled, so I'm gonna try and capture a little bit of what I had. Basically, Mama was likening Mzo with the scripture that refers to Daniel in the book of Daniel. A man who was full of wisdom and who understood mysteries, who people could always call on him. And he was likening Mzo like that man, that he was full of wisdom and understood things. And Mama was saying that there are men out there, they're just men because they are wearing trousers. But Mzo was a real man indeed with wisdom and understanding. And that's why he likened him to, in fact, he said even his birth was a miraculous thing in the sense that his star shone above all other stars. He was just a unique man, and indeed. And when she concluded, she was saying that, the Bible refers that there's a man, and was basically saying to Sisanga here, Mzolisi's wife, that there's another man, and he said that man is Jesus Christ. Basically saying to her that hold on to him. He's a man that you can hold on or trust in him. So I hope that I've summarized Mama. Thank you so very much. I think we've come to the end of our program for today. Before we close, I just wanna just say thank you so much to all that came, to all that spoke this afternoon so well about our friend, our colleague, a father, a brother, to many, Mzolisi, Nombewu. Special thank you to our partners that are here this afternoon from across the 5 provinces. Thank you so very much. Much more special appreciation and thank you To you, Sisange, for being here today. We really appreciate it that you're here today, to your children that are here, to the family, the brothers that are here. Siyabulela kakhulu kakhulu. We really thank you so very much for honoring our invite. I remember we spoke about it at the funeral on Saturday, and they said, no, we'll talk. And we're happy, sir, that you guys are here this afternoon. Special appreciation as well to Lorenzo on behalf of our trustees. We really appreciate it for being here this afternoon. And you know, like Auntie was saying here, one of the things that was appreciated in Katkop, in Katkop, and it was a joke that we had all the way from Katkop until here. They thought that Hisham was a white man. They say, umlungu wake wafika waza wathetha umlungu wake. So Nosi and I, you know, we're making fun of Hisham all the way here. But I think the family was appreciative and as well of testimony of what Muzo meant to us. The fact that you are here, sir, we really appreciate it. To our director, Joanne Harding, really appreciate your presence here as well, and for the kind words you said on behalf of the organization. To our partners, Paul and Brenda, you know, I remember, you know, Brenda is our internal auditor. We used to have long meetings with her and Hisham, helping us to make sure that we really are doing the right things. And the fact that you're here as former employers of Mzolisi means a lot to us, and I'm sure to the family as well. It's a testimony of who he was in your lives during his tenure with Kathy Masters, and as well as the friends that are here, you know, to come and celebrate this life with us. Thank you so very much. Now I'm told that there are light refreshments, or there are people that are, so we're streaming this also live, even those that are connected on a live stream on our Facebook and other platforms. Thank you so very much. There's one person that I know he would have loved to be here, but he was out on a field trip, and that's Ubudvuyo Msizi, who was a really dear friend to Mzo. They used to always fight over Nosi. Whenever they are here, they always want Nosi to be on their side, all the time. So I'm sure wherever he is, Plegas, I'm sure you are here with us in spirit, and you are sharing with what we are experiencing this afternoon. I'm told that there are refreshments outside here, so please don't rush. Let's just nibble a few eats and a few drinks. Let's connect with each other, even as we come to the end of this service. Can I step into another role that I normally play outside of SCAD and ask that we bow our heads, please? And I'm just going to close in a word of prayer. And I know that we have different faiths here. We are not undermining your faith. I just want to ask for today. Lord, we're so thankful for these 2 hours that we spent just talking about and reflecting and remembering a colleague, a father, a friend, a husband, an uncle, a leader to many during his life. And this afternoon, we just want to say thank you for Mzolisi. Thank you for bringing us in, even though for a short time. Thank you for the impact that is made in our lives. Thank you for a good husband that he was, a good father that he was, a good brother, a good community that he was, a good colleague that he was. And for that, we're ever so thankful. And our prayer for his family is that may the God of all comfort be of comfort to them as well. The God who is able to wipe their tears may wipe their tears. May you put on them the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, the oil of joy for mourning, and the peace of God that passes all understanding. We ask all this in faith. Amen. Thank you so very much. So as we move out, the ETs are outside here. You can have one. Yeah, you can say thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.